Breaking news for every single Social Security recipient in the United States. A permanent raise has been officially confirmed, and if you receive Social Security retirement benefits, SSI or SSDI, this directly affects the amount of money that is going to hit your bank account. This is not a rumor. This is not speculation. This has been confirmed, and right now, millions of Americans who depend on Social Security have no idea what their new payment amount is going to be when it starts, or what they need to do to make sure they don't miss a single dollar. If you are a senior, if you are disabled, if you rely on Social Security to pay your bills, buy your groceries, cover your medication, then the next few minutes of this video could be the most important thing you watch all month. Because what's happening right now with Social Security is something every recipient needs to understand. There is a new payment amount, there is a new schedule, and there are things you need to check right now to make sure your benefits are correct. Stay with me, don't go anywhere. Because by the time this video ends, you are going to know exactly what changed, exactly how much more money you could be receiving, and exactly what steps to take to protect every dollar of your benefit. This is real. This is official. And this affects you. Let's get into it. Welcome back to this channel, the place where Social Security recipients come to get clear, honest, and up-to-date information about their benefits. If you are new here, let me tell you something important. This channel was built for one reason and one reason only, to make sure that seniors, retirees, people with disabilities, and low-income Americans never get left behind when Social Security changes happen. Because here's the truth. The Social Security Administration does not always do the best job of communicating changes clearly. The letters they send can be confusing, the website can be hard to navigate, and when something big changes, like a permanent raise to your monthly payment, a lot of people find out too late, or they find out wrong information and they end up confused, worried, and stressed. That is not okay. You worked hard. You paid into this system. You deserve to know exactly what is happening with your money, in plain English, without any confusion. That is what we do here. Every single video on this channel is designed to give you the information you need, explained in a way that is easy to understand, so you can feel calm, confident, and in control of your financial future. So, if you have not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button right now. It is completely free, and it means that every time there is a Social Security update, a payment change, a new schedule, or something you need to know, you are going to hear about it here first. Hit subscribe, turn on your notifications, and let's make sure you never miss a payment update again. Now, let's talk about this confirmed permanent Social Security raise and what it means for your monthly check. Let's start at the beginning. Every year, the Social Security Administration adjusts benefit payments based on something called the Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA for short. You may have heard that term before. COLA. Cost of Living Adjustment. Here is what it means in simple terms. The government looks at how much everyday things cost, groceries, gas, utilities, medical care, and they compare those prices to what they were the year before. If prices have gone up, meaning inflation has gone up, then your Social Security payment goes up too. The idea is simple. If everything costs more, your benefit should reflect that. You should not be receiving the same dollar amount when a loaf of bread, a gallon of milk, or a bottle of medication costs significantly more than it did last year. That is what COLA is. It is an adjustment to make sure your benefit keeps up with the real cost of living. And this year, that adjustment has been confirmed. It is permanent. It goes into your payment automatically. You do not need to apply for it. You do not need to call anyone. You do not need to fill out any forms. It just happens. Your new, higher payment replaces your old payment, and it stays at that new amount going forward. That is what makes this a permanent raise. This is not a one-time bonus. This is not a stimulus check. This is a permanent increase to your monthly Social Security benefit every single month for the rest of your life as long as you receive benefits. That is significant. That is real money. And that is something every recipient needs to understand. Now let's talk numbers. because that's what you really want to know. The 2025 COLA has been set at 2.5%. Now I want to explain what that means in real dollar terms, because a percentage can feel abstract. Let me make this real for you. If you currently receive $1,500 per month in Social Security retirement benefits, a 2.5% increase means you are getting an additional $37.50 every single month. That is $450 more per year. If you receive $1,800 per month, your increase is $45 every month. That is $540 more per year. If you receive $2,000 per month, your raise is $50 every month, $600 more annually. And if you are on the higher end, say you receive $2,500 per month, your increase is $62.50 every month. That is $750 more over the course of a year. Now I want to acknowledge something. I know some of you are watching this and thinking, that doesn't sound like a lot. Prices have gone up so much. My grocery bill is higher. My prescriptions cost more. My rent or utilities have increased. And $30 or $40 a month doesn't feel like it covers all of that. I hear you. I understand that frustration completely. And you are not wrong to feel that way. But here's the thing. This raise is real money. It is guaranteed money. It hits your account every single month. And over time, it adds up. Over 5 years, even a $40 per month raise is an extra $2,400 in your pocket. That is real. And the most important thing to understand is this. The raise is already calculated into your benefit. It has already been confirmed. The new amount is already set. You just need to know what your new number is. So let's talk about how to check that. This is the part that a lot of people miss. And I want to make sure you don't. The Social Security Administration has already notified most recipients of their new benefit amount. You may have received a notice in the mail. It's typically a white letter in an official SSA envelope. It shows your old benefit amount, the percentage increase, and your new benefit amount starting in January 2025. If you receive that letter, hold on to it. Keep it somewhere safe. That letter is your official record of your new benefit. But here's the reality. Not everyone reads every piece of mail that comes in. Some letters get misplaced. Some people never received theirs. And some recipients are not sure if what they're seeing is accurate. So let me tell you the best way to confirm your new payment amount directly. mysocial.ssa.gov. The best and fastest way to check your new benefit amount is to go online to the official Social Security Administration website. You want to go to my.ssa.gov, that is my.ssa.gov. If you have an online account, sometimes called a My Social Security account, you can log in and see your current benefit information, including your updated payment amount. If you do not have an account, I strongly encourage you to create one. It is free, it is secure, and it gives you direct access to your benefit information anytime you need it. You can see your payment history, your scheduled payment dates, your Medicare information, and more. Setting up an account takes about 10 to 15 minutes, and it is one of the smartest things you can do to stay on top of your Social Security benefits. Call the SSA directly. If you are not comfortable going online, or if you prefer to speak with someone, you can call the Social Security Administration directly. Their toll-free number is 1-800-772-1213. That number again, 1-800-772-1213. The lines are open Monday through Friday, from 8 in the morning to 7 in the evening Eastern Time. I do want to warn you, wait times can be long, especially right now when so many people are calling about the new payment amounts. Try calling early in the morning when lines are shorter. Or try calling midweek. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings tend to have shorter wait times than Mondays and Fridays. Visit your local SSA office. You can also visit your nearest Social Security Administration office in person. A staff member can look up your account and confirm your new benefit amount directly. You can find your nearest office by going to the SSA website and using their office locator tool. Or you can call the 800 number I just gave you and ask for the address of your nearest location. Whichever method you choose, please check your new amount. Do not assume your payment is correct without verifying it. Most of the time it will be right, but errors do happen, and catching an error early is always better than discovering it months later. I want to make sure everyone watching understands whether this raise applies to them. Because the answer is, if you receive any form of Social Security benefit, this raise affects you. Let me break it down. Social Security retirement benefits. If you are a retiree receiving monthly Social Security retirement benefits, your payment has increased by 2.5% starting in January 2025. This applies to you whether you started receiving benefits at age 62, 66, 67, or 70. Social Security Disability Insurance, SSDI. If you receive SSDI because you have a qualifying disability that prevents you from working, your monthly benefit has also increased by 2.5%. The COLA applies equally to retirement and disability beneficiaries. Supplemental Security Income, SSI. If you receive SSI, which is a needs-based program for people who are low income and either elderly, blind, or disabled, your benefit has also gone up. The maximum SSI payment for an individual has increased. The maximum for a couple has also increased. For 2025, the maximum federal SSI payment for an individual is $967 per month. For a couple, it is $1,450 per month. If you were receiving the maximum SSI benefit before, you should now be receiving these updated amounts. Survivor benefits. If you receive Social Security survivor benefits, meaning you receive benefits based on the work record of a deceased spouse or parent, you are also receiving the 2.5% increase. Dependent benefits. If you receive benefits as a dependent, such as a child receiving benefits based on a parent's work record, those payments have also increased. So the bottom line is this. If Social Security sends you a monthly check or direct deposit, you got a raise. The COLA applies across the board. Here is something that sometimes creates confusion. Let me clear this up right now. For Social Security retirement and SSDI recipients, the new higher payment amount started in January 2025. Your first payment reflecting the new amount should have been the one you received in January. For SSI recipients, it is slightly different. SSI payments are paid on the first of each month. Because January 1st is a federal holiday, SSI recipients received their January 2025 payment on December 31st, 2024. So if you received an SSI payment on December 31st, that was actually your January payment, and it already reflected the new, higher amount. Now I want to pause here for a moment because this is a source of a lot of confusion every year. Some SSI recipients see a payment come in on December 31st and then do not receive a second payment in January. And they panic. They think something is wrong. They think their benefits were cut. Nothing is wrong. Nothing was cut. What happened is that SSA paid your January benefit early because of the New Year's holiday. You got 2 payments in December. There will be no second payment in January. Then in February, you go back to your normal monthly payment. This happens every year when the first of the month falls on a federal holiday or a weekend. Please do not panic if this applies to you. Your benefits are fine. Your payment was simply moved up. Let me walk you through a real scenario to make all of this as clear as possible. Meet Margaret. Margaret is 72 years old. She retired at age 66 and has been receiving Social Security retirement benefits ever since. Before the 2025 COLA, her monthly benefit was $1,250. After the 2.5% increase, Margaret's new monthly benefit is $1,291.25. That is an extra $41.25 every month. Over the course of a year, Margaret will receive $495 more in Social Security income than she did in 2024. Now Margaret also pays a Medicare Part B premium, which is deducted directly from her Social Security payment. In 2025, the standard Medicare Part B premium has increased as well, so her actual take-home increase may be slightly less than $41.25 after the Medicare premium is factored in. But the raise is still real, it is still happening, and it is still more money in her pocket every single month. Now let me introduce you to David. David is 54 years old and receives SSDI due to a back injury that prevents him from working. His monthly SSDI benefit before the 2025 COLA was $1,200. After the 2.5% increase, David's new monthly benefit is $1,230. That is an extra $30 per month. Over a year, that is an extra $360. David also receives Medicaid. The SSDI raise does not affect his Medicaid eligibility. He remains covered. And finally, meet Rosa. Rosa is 68. Widowed, and receives SSI as her primary income. Before the COLA, she was receiving the maximum individual SSI amount of $943 per month. Her new SSI amount is $967 per month. That is an extra $24 every month. Rosa also receives SNAP food benefits. I want to reassure Rosa, and everyone in a similar situation, that an increase in your SSI due to COLA does not automatically disqualify you from SNAP or other assistance programs. However, if your total income increases, it could affect your benefit levels in other programs. I will talk more about that in the next section. Margaret, David, and Rosa, 3 different people, 3 different situations, all receiving the same confirmed permanent COLA raise in 2025. I want to address this because it comes up every single year, and it causes a lot of anxiety for recipients. Every year when the COLA goes up, Medicare Part B premiums also typically go up. And because Part B premiums are deducted directly from your Social Security payment, a premium increase can offset part of your COLA raise. In 2025, the standard Medicare Part B premium has increased to $185 per month. In 2024, it was $174.70, so the premium went up by about $10.30 per month. This means that if you pay the standard Part B premium, about $10 of your COLA increase went toward covering the higher premium. But, and this is important, the Social Security Administration has what is called the hold harmless provision. This provision says that if the Part B premium increase would cause your net Social Security benefit to decrease, meaning if the premium went up by more than your COLA raise, your benefit cannot be reduced. Your net payment is protected. In 2025, because the COLA is 2.5%, most recipients will still see a net increase in their payment even after accounting for the Part B premium increase. So while the premium going up is not great news, the hold harmless provision protects you from seeing your check go down. You should still be receiving more than you were last year. All right, now that you understand what the raise is, why it happened, how much it is, and when it started, I want to take a moment to give you some practical advice. Because having more money is great, but knowing how to protect that money and plan around it is even better. Update your budget. The first thing I want you to do is update your monthly budget to reflect your new benefit amount. I know budgeting can feel tedious, but knowing exactly how much money is coming in every month is one of the most powerful things you can do for your financial stability. Sit down, write out your new monthly income, list your monthly expenses, and see where you stand. With even a small increase of $30 to $60 per month, you might be able to do something meaningful. Maybe you can set aside a small emergency fund. Maybe you can make a slightly larger grocery run. Maybe you can afford one additional prescription copay. Small amounts of money managed well can make a big difference over time. Watch for changes in other benefits. This is the warning I want you to pay close attention to. If you receive other assistance programs alongside your Social Security, programs like SNAP, Medicaid, housing assistance, low-income home energy assistance, or others, a change in your income can sometimes affect your eligibility or the amount you receive from those programs. Each program has its own income limits and rules, and a $30 or $40 increase in your Social Security might push you over a threshold in one of those programs. I am not saying this will happen. Most people will not see any changes in their other benefits due to COLA, but it is worth being aware of. If you are concerned about how your COLA raise might affect your other benefits, I encourage you to contact the agency that administers those programs and ask them directly. Or call a local benefits counselor. Many areas have free benefits counseling services for seniors and people with disabilities. Knowledge is protection. Knowing what might change puts you in control. Watch out for scams. I have to say this. Every year, when Social Security changes are announced, scammers come out in full force. You may receive a phone call from someone claiming to be from the Social Security Administration. They might tell you that your benefits are being updated and they need to verify your Social Security number. They might say there's a problem with your account. They might say you need to pay a fee to receive your raise. Do not give your personal information to anyone who calls you unexpectedly. The real Social Security Administration will never call you out of the blue and ask for your Social Security number. They will never ask you to pay a fee to receive your benefits. They will never demand immediate payment or threaten to suspend your benefits if you don't comply. If you get a call like this, hang up. Then call the real SSA number, 1-800-772-1213, to verify whether there is actually any issue with your account. Scammers target Social Security recipients specifically because they know you depend on your benefits. Do not let them steal what is rightfully yours. Verify your direct deposit information. Here is one more practical step I want you to take. If you receive your Social Security payment by direct deposit, which the vast majority of recipients do, take a moment to verify that your bank account information on file with the SSA is correct. You can do this by logging into your My Social Security account online, or you can call the 800 number. Why does this matter? Because sometimes people change banks, open new accounts, or close old ones. And if the SSA has outdated banking information, your payment could be delayed or misdirected. If your payment did not arrive when expected, check your bank account carefully. Then wait one additional business day before calling SSA, because sometimes payments are processed a day late. But if your payment is more than 3 days late, call SSA right away. Before I wrap up, I want to take a moment to talk to you directly. I know that for many of you watching this, Social Security is not just a payment. It is your livelihood. It is how you pay your rent. It is how you buy your food. It is how you stay warm in the winter and cool in the summer. It is the difference between stability and crisis. And when something changes with Social Security, even something positive like a raise, it can feel overwhelming. It can feel confusing. It can feel scary. That is exactly why this channel exists. My goal, every single time I make a video, is to make sure that you never feel alone when navigating the Social Security system. I want to give you the information you need, explain it in plain language, and help you feel confident and in control, because you deserve that. You earned your benefits. You paid into this system. You have a right to understand it completely. So if this video helped you today, if you learned something, if you feel a little more informed than you did before you clicked play, please do one thing for me. Hit that subscribe button. It is free. It takes 2 seconds, and it means that the next time there is a Social Security update, a new payment date, a benefit change, a new policy, anything that affects your income, you are going to be one of the first people to know about it, because staying informed is how you stay protected. Subscribe. Turn on notifications, and share this video with someone you know who is on Social Security, a parent, a neighbor, a friend. Anyone who receives benefits deserves to know about this raise. This channel is your resource. Use it, share it, and know that every video I make is made with you in mind. All right, let's bring it all home. Here is what you need to remember from today's video. A permanent Social Security raise has been confirmed for 2025. The cost of living adjustment is 2.5%. This applies to Social Security retirement, SSDI, SSI, and survivor benefits. The new payment amounts began in January 2025. Most recipients saw their first increased payment in January. SSI recipients may have received their January payment early on December 31st, 2024. The actual dollar increase depends on your current benefit amount. For most people, this means between $25 and $65 more per month. It is permanent. It stays in your payment going forward. Check your new benefit amount. Log into my.ssa.gov, call 1-800-772-1213, or visit your local SSA office. Make sure your records are correct and your direct deposit information is up to date. Be aware of how this raise might interact with other benefits you receive, such as SNAP or Medicaid. And stay alert for scams. That is it. That is the update. You now know everything you need to know about the confirmed permanent Social Security raise for 2025. Take a breath. You are okay. Your benefits are secure, and you have more money coming in starting this month than you did last year. That is good news. And you deserve good news. Thank you for watching. Thank you for trusting this channel with your time and your attention. It means the world to me. If you have questions, drop them in the comments below. I read every comment and I will do my best to answer your questions or point you in the right direction. Take care of yourselves, stay informed, and I will see you in the next video.